It's Brian once again. We're in the secret corner of DragonCon where, secret, not telling you, but I found Grant Imahara, a Mythbuster. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So you were here, gosh, it feels like forever ago. What, about 2007, I think?
Yeah, 2007, Carrie, Tori, and I were here. We had a great time. And yeah, for some reason, I've just been too busy. And then this year was like, we're going to do DragonCon, and we're going to have fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you're back, and you'll be part of the Masquerade, which is actually tonight when we're taping this. So I'm really looking forward to that. You had fun hosting that last time, I think.
Oh, yeah. Carrie and I had a blast hosting the Masquerade. And you get to see an incredible variety of costumes, not just one genre, not just Star Trek, Star Wars. I mean, it is all over. It's anime and encompasses everything. The only thing that's hard is trying to keep up with all the genres and, you know, keep it moving with clever jokes.
Well, we won't throw too many at you. I only think there's like 4,000 entries in the Masquerade this year. It is hard to keep count, though. But let's move on to something that you maybe know a little bit about, which is the busting of myths. So how's Mythbusters been going lately?
It's going great. I can't believe it's going to be 10 years on
Really?
TV. Yeah, we're filming right now. We have new episodes coming out in October, and you know, it's like Discovery still loves us, still wants to give us money. People out there are still doing crazy things and believing crazy things, and as long as those two things are in place, we're going to keep going.
So as long as there's crazy, you have a job. I like that kind of concept. I wish that worked for me as well. One thing I do want to ask is that there's a famous kind of gone wrong moment with the Mythbusters I do want to ask you about, which is the cannonball incidents, where the cannonball left the Alameda range in a sort of surprising and unfortunate manner. The nice thing is that nobody got hurt in the incident, but what a lot of fans have thought, and what I thought personally when I first saw it, was I would love to see you guys deconstruct it like you deconstruct the myth. So is there any chance that you will revisit that sort of as a what went wrong or what, you know, how do you improve it type of show?
The hosts who are involved wanted to have a show where we draw out exactly what happened and show all the safety precautions that we had in place. Unfortunately, Discovery, there are certain parts of those details that we can't talk about. We're going to actually show the footage from that episode and the myth as it was progressing. Okay. And hopefully someday we will be able to do a complete deconstruction.
You are all over the internet in the video. You're doing a lot of fan projects. So you're kind of moving from the I'm doing things on video for science to I'm now acting, playing characters, hamming it up on the internet. So tell me about some of the web projects you're in.
I'm in a unique position being a celebrity fanboy because, you know, I have a lot of friends who are making their own web series. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when Felicia Day or Will Wheaton asks you, hey, I'm doing this thing, would you be in it? You say yes. So that's how I guested on Tabletop, and I have done a couple cameos in videos for Jason Charles Miller, and it's been really fun. And I've got one project coming. I've got two projects coming up. One, the biggest one, is called Star Trek Continues, and it is picking up essentially where the first series left off, original series. Vic Mignogna, who is a Full Metal Alchemist anime voice actor, he is also an incredible Star Trek fan. He is a walking encyclopedia of Star Trek. He partnered up with some people who had a really amazing bridge set. And so his pitch to me was, here, basically, check out these pictures of my Enterprise bridge. Would you like to be Sulu? And it's like, if somebody says, you know, can you play Sulu and come and play on my amazing, full-scale, perfect replica of the original series bridge, I said, absolutely.
So some people think that would be like the worst eHarmony profile ever, was like, look at the bridge of my Enterprise, would you like to come over and talk sometime? And you're just like, no, actually, I'm interested, give me your phone number, I want to come and see this.
Yeah, it's like, basically, Vic and I were at a party, and we'd, you know, known each other through conventions, and he's like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I'd like you to be a part of it. I was like, oh my.
I'm glad you've got the voice down. Tell me about the Avengers Assemble bits you're doing.
Oh, it's great. So Chris and Miracle Burns, friends of mine for a long time, here in Atlanta have the Avengers parody. And so Chris is like, man, I have this great character for you. I'm like, all right, fine. What's the character? He's like, it's great. He's a really smart guy. He's a supervillain from the future, travels through time, Kang the Conqueror. I'm like, cool. He's like, well, the only thing is you have to be painted blue. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Yeah. So got painted blue, wore spandex, and the whole gag with Avengers Assemble is it's not heroes fighting villains, it's the moments in between the fighting of the villains. So it's going to be, without revealing too much, Kang and a couple other villains talking about their feelings.
Ooh, that sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wow. So back at DragonCon again, before we get wrapped up, I still got to ask, what's the one thing you're looking forward to seeing here at the 2012 convention?
I went walking around the Walk of Fame and just said hi to a bunch of people. Through the years, through different things like Woodstock, which is a sort of geek vaudeville, I've met a number of awesome people, who I'm a fan of, and they're fans of our show. So it works out great. And, like Tim Russ and Garrett Wong from Voyager and LeVar Burton and Jonathan Frakes. It's like all these guys, that I was watching on TV and am a fan of are also fans of me. So it's like, it works out awesomely to get to meet really fun people.
It is the Nexus, you're in it, and we're glad to have you back. Thank you very much, sir, and we hope to see you again at the con.
All right. Thank you for having me.